The bitch ass. Hey, yo. Man, you always approach me now. Catch the foot. You put your wrong hip hop. I'm telling you, and I was hoping one of them threw a punch. Oh, I was hoping one of them threw a punch. Oh, you think? So they just gave that boy that money back too? They just released the money. I would get all that money. Any one of you threw a punch. Guess what? Jeffrey threw it because you couldn't have been able to defend yourself. I was waiting for any to throw a punch. His ass, I was going to get back in jail. Oh, nigga, you can get the record. And sue your mama. Hey yo, what's going on? Y'all not gonna believe this because somehow, some way, Charleston White and Young Thug almost had a situation that Drewski's could have been video shoot. Yeah, Drewski's could have been shoot turned into a potential street drama, and this one got out of hand quick. So Drewski has a could have been record video shoot, you know, comedy vibes, skits, joke. Everybody's supposed to be laughing. Cool, right? Wrong. Because you got two people in the same building that should probably never be in the same room. Charleston White and Young Thug. Now, if you know Charleston White, this man has been talking crazy about rappers for years. And Young Thug, that's not just a rapper, that's a whole aura, a whole presence, a whole situation. And Charleston White is never shied away from talking about Young Thug. So already, tension is loaded in the air. A video clip hit the internet where it looks like Young Thug and Charleston White ran into each other. And things got heated quick. They ain't ready for that, mate. They so young. Bitch ass. Hey, yo. Man, you always approach me now.
What about now, yo? Stop music. He said he can't see. I can see me. You can't see me? That's crazy. He said, I can't see you. What kind of shit is this? Yo, bro, stop music. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me, man. I knew something was wrong. He said, I can't see you. What the fuck? Yo, what happened to my joint? That's crazy, man. I had put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I know it blocked the screen too. Anyways, I know y'all heard about this, man, with Charleston White, man. Him and Young Thug bumped into each other. They had words. Instead of Young Thug, you know, whispering to his young slimes, like, yo, you know what I mean? He gonna run his mouth and say, we don't do something. We step on stuff. Thug, you can't do that, man. Like, I'm a Young Thug fan. I rock with Thug. I wasn't rocking with that skirt stuff now. All that skirt wearing, I wasn't rocking with that. But I prayed for that brother, man, because they was trying to bury him on that Rico. They had him cooked. I was like, damn, there's no way out of this joint. They're putting the murders on him. You know what I'm saying? They putting everything on this dude. You know what I mean? And the Ricos, even the mafia don't beat the Rico. And he was able to make it out. Just like Wyatt and Lucci. They both out. Supposedly they made amends. A lot of people died in that war. You know what I mean? On both sides. Woody out here going crazy. He's still at odds with Thug. I'm right here in the A. A lot of things have happened. You heard? I'm not from here. So I'm not going to act like I know everything. But I reside here, though. You feel me? Shoebox Money got J Cass down here. You know, when you from New York, that's one thing about a New Yorker, right? We migrate like roaches. You know what I mean? You want to know why to me? Let me pull this hat down real quick. You want to know why? Because in this state, in NY, we got the biggest trenches, 5 boroughs of hoods. You know what I mean? Damn, I need my hat back up there. And corner stores, bodegas, blocks, projects. I think we the only state that got 90% of our projects still open. Y'all heard about Queensbridge, right? 96 buildings. I think 96 buildings. What like our projects is still standing because it's overcrowded in New York. You know what I mean? And people have nowhere to stay. So they can't tear the buildings down because there's nowhere to put the people at. They tore my project down in Yonkers, though. You know what I mean? Mulford Gardens, they tore that shit down about at least 15 years ago. You know what I mean? RIP to my project. We used to burn our own trash in my project. We had incinerators. I remember back in the 80s, a crackhead or somebody threw their baby in the incinerator, bro. Cooked their own kid. But anyways, let's get back to the content, man. I hope this don't turn into something because of this bozo ass Charleston White, man. Dude got some serious issues, man. Real Smith. You know out here, you can't be threatening nobody. That shit went in too. I ain't pay attention, but it went in. You can't be out here making threats to people, man. Somebody said, Stomp Music said he going to jail. San Francisco in the building was good. He said there's a really bad glare. All right, hold up. I know what that is. That's that light over there. Hold on a second. Anyways, I'm about to turn the camera around anyway. We about to get back into this. But Charleston White ain't through. So we'll get back to this content right here. We'll get back to Charleston White talking crazy. My bad about the glare. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on. Yo. Yo, man. Yo. Oh, shit. Yo, Pooh, this motherfucker here. I got a troll, right? We've been battling all day. I don't know. I forgot what day it was. Hold on. Let me mute that. I forgot what day it is. I don't know if it was Saturday. Me and this bozo was going back and forth. He back again. Pooh, what do you want, my nigga? You see I'm living, right? Do we have to go through this again, Pooh? God damn, it's fucking Monday. I just hopped in the big rig this morning. I did my 8 hours. Pooh, I told you this is what I come home to. I'm chilling. What's your life like, Pooh? Since you coming back and we gonna go through the same circus all over again. King Troll. Pooh. God damn, this motherfucker popped up like fucking Jack in the Box. Pooh, what's your life like? I wish I could add you in here so we can really go back and forth. Okay, he said no trolling today. All right, so we both gonna wave the white flag today, Pooh. God damn, yo. I wasn't in the mood to be doing the trolling back and forth. But anyways, here's more from this Charleston White, because this motherfucker don't give a damn. You heard?
Look at you like lunch. Come on now. Now on the Young Thug side, we haven't really heard much directly from him, but let's keep it real. Thug don't even gotta say nothing. His presence alone gonna make things tense. And if his people felt this,
Regina, she said she subscribed. Let me see. I interviewed Charleston White a couple of times on YouTube channel. He's a pretty good guy. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Charleston White is very intellectual. He's very smart. Very strategic. What they say? Strategic, whatever. Can't pronounce the shit. He does say things that is right about our people and what we do to each other. You know what I'm saying? But he violates at the same time. To me, it was wrong for him to talk about 50 Cent didn't even talk about T.I.'s dead sister. But this bozo jumped out the window and was like, go dig your dead sister up. That was foul, man. Listen, and I know I'm tough, but I'm not stupid neither. I wouldn't violate nobody like that, man. Because the tongue is mightier than the sword. Don't you know you can say things with words that can get you killed? We ain't stupid. Like if T.I. really fell for that, you talking about that man dead sister. Like I said, 50 Cent didn't do that. King had every right to protect his moms. Did he take it a little too far when he told 50, dig up your dead? Like, yo, King went in, boy. He wasn't playing. But rightfully so, 50 Cent violated his mama. So he had the right to say whatever. You understand me? But Charleston White had nothing to do with that. If 50 Cent didn't talk about the man's sister, why are you going to talk about that man's sister, man? I don't play those type of games. I respect the atmosphere, bro. You know what I mean? And I know I'm fucking tough. And I know I'm not scared. But I wouldn't play those games. Because there's certain lines you just don't cross, bro. Because that type of stuff don't get forgotten. So it could be years down the line. Imagine if he catch Charleston White slipping. It's off with his kufi. But see, some people are really not built like that. So that's why T.I. let it slide. Because to me, T.I. is hiding behind an image to me, bro. Yeah, he might have sold drugs. Yeah, he got good music. But from guys that really been outside, that really been through them wars, that know what it's like, we know lines not to cross. Just like me and Pooh up here. I would never cross that line and talk about that man mama, you heard? Because I wouldn't want that in return. Because see, if somebody violate Mom Dukes, and I lost her when I was 10 and a half, and I found her dead, I'm not going to forget that. So I don't give a fuck if it's 10 years down the line. If I'm able to catch you slipping, I might kill you. You understand? Because certain things you just don't say. And this bozo, he talked about DMX. I'm from Yonkers. I knew Earl personally. You understand me? It's just certain things you just don't do. And real street guys know that, unless you want that ultimate eruption from somebody, that ultimate whatever. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Kind of tired. I was driving the rig early this morning, 5:30. I'm going down the road, 18 wheels of adventure. You heard? So you know where I'm coming from. It's just God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen more than you speak. And I don't know how this dude still standing. Because he done violated everybody. And you know, when you got ops from everywhere, you ain't going to know what hit you. I don't play those games, man. Mm-mm. It ain't about being scared, because if I really don't like you, then I'll violate you. You understand me? But I just don't play those games, man. He told that man, go dig up your dead sister. She only died like, what, 5, 6 years ago? That's foul, bro. Some things, man, depending on who the person is, can get you killed, man. Like that mouth. That mouth. 2 ears, 1 mouth. And when you a chatty patty like that and be violating people, man, I know it was something else. He spoke about Nipsey. Oh, fuck Nipsey this. F Nipsey that. He wasn't for the community. I'm like, God damn, bro. Relax. But Young Thug about to seal his own fate, because he ain't supposed to be around guns. He said, my bad. He said that one of his homies had a gun saying, don't lose your life out here or something like that. But I don't know, people. I don't know, but I'm going to try to get back to it. All right, hold up.
But can we talk about Drewski for a second? My boy just trying to film a funny skit. Now you got Charleston White yelling in one corner, Young Thug Energy in the other corner. That man probably like, yo, this was supposed to be a comedy video, bro. Social media going crazy over this. You got one side saying Charleston White always doing too much. Another side saying, nah, if he felt threatened, he had to stand on it. Then you got everybody else watching like, why did the universe even allow this crossover to happen? But on some real talk, this is what happens when internet trolling meets real life. Online is content. In person is consequence. Charleston White made a name off of controversy, but moments like this is where things can go left for real. So I gotta ask y'all, who you got in this situation? Was Charleston White standing on business, or did he put himself in that position? And be honest, y'all think anything really went down behind the scenes we ain't seen yet, or it's all cap? Drop it in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Catch me in the next one.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't call it, won't spoil it. But what I am going to talk about, we going to get back to Jeffrey, young thug, dress wearing ass nigga. What was that about, bro? So y'all say, so you telling me in the audience here, you will wear that dress that young thug had on? Because we could get to that too. You know what I mean? Boy got some gay tendencies, man. I don't care what y'all say, yo, J Cass, that's the fit. No, it ain't no damn fit. It ain't no fit. No man is supposed to be wearing no skirt, no dress, no gown. Jeffrey done been caught in a bunch of dresses. You heard? Dressing like a girl. This cross-dressing ass nigga, man. Now make that shit make sense. Hold up, because it popped right on up. Now he want to come home and act like he's so straight. Diabolical.
You willing to wear a dress? Question. I would say yeah. And if you're confident with who you are, you can wear whatever. Young Thug wore a dress, bro. They made it right. That's your idol? I can love Young Thug. He wore a dress and he made it cool. He said I had to wear the dress because I had the stick. Had to wear the dress because I had a stick. You willing to wear a dress? That's a tough question. I would say yeah. And if you're confident.
All right, so all you gangsters on here, right? He said he had to wear the dress because he had the stick. So would you wear a dress because you got that pole on you? Because you got that blick on you? You could wear a trench coat. You could wear a hoodie. You do not have to wear no dress, bro, to hide the pole. That ain't working for me. I'm not jacking that. That's some gay tendencies. And you know, here in Atlanta, I gotta admit to y'all now, it is 50-1. Matter of fact, it might be 60 women to one man now because of all these funny money boys like this. You heard? Love is music, but I ain't jacking that skirt wearing bullshit. Come on now. What's his name? Lil Uzi Vert. He was in the skirt. He had Philadelphia looking bad. Since when do real grown men, especially on street time, Thug's supposed to be one of the head of the Bloods, right? The shot caller, the one with the bank, right? I don't know no Bloods in LA wearing no goddamn skirts, man. Because that's where it started at. Let's get to that. All this gang stuff. Now, New York had gangs, but we ain't had no Bloods and Crips like that back in the day. We had Decepticons, all those stupid ass gangs back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That gang culture, that Bloods and Crips, that colors, that shit came from LA, man. You heard? Them dudes was out there waking up for breakfast to cook your toast. Can you imagine? The homies, y'all, do they have Waffle House out there? What's their restaurant out there? Chicken and waffles or whatever, right? They eating chicken and waffles and they like, yo, we gonna go on that side, man, and we gonna spray everything moving, kids included. They really did that in LA. Then the Bloods and Crips started spreading like a cancer in the 90s. New York, Memphis, Atlanta, Bmore, Jersey, Connecticut, everywhere. Just started spreading. Virginia. We copycatted that whole gang culture. Them people out there was really dying over a color, bro. You know what I mean? Now you fast forward, it done spread everywhere. People done died, but they really wasn't riding for it. You got people out here talking about they rolling 60s. How the fuck are you rolling 60s when that shit is out there in LA? The 60s is out there. There's no 60s out here. But you talking about I'm 60s Crip. You see how a lot of things just don't make sense in our culture? It just don't make sense, man. Now I can see, like back where I'm from, we had blocks, we had hoods. If your project is still standing, we had this project beefing with that project. You understand me? That's the era I. We didn't put no blue and red rags on, even though they do have Bloods and Crips in New York. Been there for a long time. You know what I mean? G Shines and all that, the brims. Yeah, they all through New York. But it was like we had blocks, like, yo, we don't fuck with that side, fam. And I ain't gonna lie, J Cass almost became a blood, people. You ain't expect that to happen. Yeah, I was studying the bylaws, man, back in, damn, I want to say '07. Like I used to have it memorized. Like you had to memorize this whole script. Um, I think did you either had to, I don't know, you had to memorize that, and I forgot how they did it. This was in Waterbury CT because you know these feet touch a lot of soil. I've been in a lot of hoods, a lot of places, different states. You heard? You know what I mean? You know how some people they so gangster, but they never left the town that they from. I'm not one of those. I lived in multiple towns in Connecticut. I'm from New York. Been in New York, raised in New York. Left when my mom's died. Was back and forth like orphan Annie, back and forth, back and forth. I did 20 years in CT, Middletown, Meriden, New Britain, Danbury, Hartford. Um, I'm forgetting something. And Waterbury. I'm known. You know what I mean? I put in a lot of pain out there. You heard? I also got jumped out there. Cause when you in the streets, you gonna take a L. You heard? But that's the only L I ever took in the streets besides getting caught for possession with intent to sell back in '05. Beat that case, got 3 years probation, almost 6 to 7, I think 6,500 for a lawyer. Um, and then when I was 19 in Danbury, I shot at my my son's mother's boyfriend, her step pops. So that's on record of me letting the hammer go. For the ones that's not on record, I ain't gonna incriminate myself. But I made the papers in Danbury, Star Avenue, 1995. If you can get in the archives, it's in there. I got charged with, what was it? Something for my son, reckless endangerment for a minor, and it was my own son. Criminal mischief with a firearm, something in commission with a firearm. I had 3 different charges, man. And that was a whole nother thing. My stepmom put up the condo to get me out the same night. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyways, I almost was a blood. And I'm gonna tell you the stupid reason why I chose the Bloods over the Crips, because red is my favorite color. Call it what you want. I wasn't wearing that blue, but I love me some red though. I had a red leather, all solid red leather, all that. Like I was this close until the homie, the head of the Bloods, he got killed, and I had just seen him that day at the gas station. I had the red leather on. He was like, "Yo, fam, can I borrow that tonight, man?" He said, "I want you to come out with me. You know what I mean? Drinks on me." But he said, "Let me wear that coat." I told him, I said, "I'll let you rock it." You know what I'm saying? Me being me, I hope wifey not watching this. But me being me, I chose pussy over going to chill with him. And thank God I did, because he was going to scoop me. I'd have been in the same vehicle because they hit him up like big. You heard? They shot the vehicle up, killed him. They shot him like 9 times, man. And he was the head of the Blood. So he got caught slipping. Anybody could get caught slipping, people, no matter who you are. But when that happened, I changed my mind. I ain't gonna hold you, man. But I was that close to being a Blood, man. But I never was the type. I didn't need no gang. I had a crew. Like if I was outnumbered, I had niggas I could call, be like, "Yo, pull up with them hammers, man." But I always handle mines by myself, man. If it was one-on-one, let's get to it. That's another thing y'all youngsters are scared to do now too. Scared to take an ass whooping. One-on-ones, Jay Cass was all, I'm Mayweather on the one-on-ones. I made it to 51 and I never got beat down by nobody except for when I got jumped. And they ain't technically beat me down, but they did me dirty. Like I always try to be a gangster and a gentleman. You know, and a lot of y'all motherfuckers up here done got your ass whipped. One-on-one, I always had an audience when I fought. For some reason, it was always somewhere where there was a crowd and they see these hands get busy. You heard? Fuck shit up. If it was one-on-one, ain't no nigga on the planet beat me up yet. And I don't think I'm tough. Anybody could take a loss. But it just so happens with all my one-on-ones, even in middle school, high school, I was the victor. I always been good with my hands. Right? Now, we're going to talk about to when J. Cass got jumped. Now, I try to be a gangster and a gentleman because I could talk about my scars because then when you in the streets, you going to have scars. Peel the scab off. Real G's talk about real shit. You heard? Because I was outside 20-something years of my life. Now, anyways, so I went to go tuck my chain. Matter of fact, let me start from the beginning. Because I love telling this story. Because I forgot to add in my last live, it took me 5 years to get the bozo, and I got him 5 years later. There you have it. In the club, I drove by myself. My homie and his girl drove together, right? This nigga and his lady arguing the whole night in the club. I'm in there having a good time, you know, mingling and stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm tall, you know what I mean? I'm 6'5", so dude was short. So I'm walking by, boom, I knock his Heineken out his hand. This true story. I'll give it to you raw and uncut. I knocked his Heineken out his hand, right? Shit fell to the floor. He was like, yo, watch where your big ass going. Like, no, my bad. When I knocked it over, I said, yo, I'll buy you another one, homie. My bad. Man, fuck that. Watch where the fuck you going, blah, 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 talking crazy. So now I was like, fuck you and the Heineken. You feel me? Because now you took it there. I said, yo, forget the chitter chatter. Meet me outside. I always been that tight. Let's take this shit outside. We ain't got to do it in here. So I go to this bozo and his girl, right? They in the corner. She all in his face. I think he was talking. He did something in there. She ain't like, and she all. I said, yo, hold up. I was like, yo, my mans, I got a situation. I need you to hold me down. All right, I got you. I got you. The club was damn near ended. It happened like at last call. You know what I mean? So I go out to the front. Boy out there. I'm not paying attention that he got a whole team behind me. So we face to face. Soon as I went like this, bang! I got hit right here from behind, right? So I landed, like when I hit the ground, I landed on top of boy. So my face was kind of like tucked in his armpit. It was weird. It was wintertime. Everybody had hoodies on, jackets. So, you know, my face was cushioned in the nigga chest. Pause, right? So, boom. That was the only hit that I got to the head. The rest of them shits, niggas had Timbs on. They was kicking my ribs. Bang. Bang. They was fucking me up. Bang, bang. It was quick because you could hear the cops coming and then the bouncers was coming outside. So it was quick. It was about like 40 seconds. It wasn't long, but the motherfucker was fucking me up. Then I heard a soft voice. I love storytelling because it's true. I heard a soft voice, but manly. Pass me that. Me. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck? I had a tank top on, a t-shirt, and a Nietzsche sweater on. Remember Nietzsche was in style back then? All I felt was wind. I felt air coolness. Back leaking. I'm like, what the fuck? Bitch sliced me with a I don't know if it was a box cutter. She got me good. I got a keloid down my back this long, but it's real thin. So you know it was a razor. Because if it was a knife, it would have been one of them thick ass keloids like what Mano got on his face. I got a thin one, real thin. Bitch sliced my They yacked my chain off. My cell phone somehow came out my pocket. And thank God that my car keys didn't come out my pocket, or I'd have been fucking stranded and would have to call wifey, bring the other whip and come get me. All right, so like I said, it was quick. They fucking me up. Now, if they would have been hitting me in my head the way they was hitting me in my body, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I'd probably be a vegetable. Cause them blows, they hit me, was it this side? This side in the ribs. Every time I go, something was stabbing me. So boom, right? Now, bouncers come, everybody scatter, and the cops is getting closer. I get to my feet because they didn't beat me down. Why? Because they wasn't hitting me in my head. You get what I'm saying? So I was able to get right back to my feet. I look over, my man standing right there, him and his bitch still arguing. Me, hot, went up to him. Yo, I thought you had me. Right in front of his chick. Bang! He hit the ground. Then I see these niggas. I walk back over to him. I said, what's good now? Now I'm on my feet. I see all y'all now. Yeah, we stomped you out, big nigga. We stomped you out. I said, yeah, you got that. You got that. Cops got closer. Now we all leave. I'm heading home. I'm like, I said, oh, shit. Then I'm like, yo, these niggas got my phone. Made it home, right? Bust in the house. Wifey sleep. My two daughters. At that time, we had one daughter at that time. My daughter was sleeping with her. I go in the room. She's like, what's going on? She's like, oh my God, where's all this blood coming? What happened to you? I'm like, I'm going like this. I said, yo, give me your phone. This is a true fucking story. Listen, if you was outside, I'd rather have gotten jumped than catch a hole in my face like 50 and get shot 9 times, mouth wired. So if you're in the streets, you gonna catch an L. Anyway, so I said, let me see your phone. Call my phone. These niggas pick up the phone. I'm like, yo, yeah, nigga, we stomped you out and we got your chain and your phone. I said, yo, go pawn that. I said, it's real. Pawn that. You know what I mean? I was talking shit. I said, yo, if I ever see you again, I'm going to kill you. Word is born. I never been jumped before. That never happened to me. You know what I mean? You know how you the tough guy. You know you get busy one-on-ones. I was the type, if I had a problem, mano y mano. Let's shoot the 5. Give me the 1. I was one of them ones, yo. I've been doing that my whole life. So to get jumped at 27 years old, 28 years old, that shit hurt my pride, bro. I'm like, and these niggas got my chain and my phone? I said, somebody got to die. I go up in the attic because, up there we got strict laws. So I had to go up in the attic, get my joint, clean it off. I had a 40 Kizzle, a 40 cap, cleaned it off, loaded it up. I'm ready to kill something. And I'm very good with faces, right? So boom. That happens. I go to play basketball that next Sunday because I should have went to the fucking ER because I think my ribs was broke or something. I don't know. But I didn't go. Just being tough, being young, prideful. That's what killed black people now to this day. Young YNs, the pride. She begging me to go to the ER. Blood, had to throw away my Nietzsche sweater and shit. Whatchamacallit? Losing my train of thought. Fucking, god damn. Loaded up my joint. Okay, so the next week, ribs feeling a little bit better. I went to go play ball, right? They had one white boy with him that was about almost my height. So I went, me and my man Eric Ford, went to go play ball and shit. I'm tying up my joints. Me. Oh shit. Eric was like, what's up? I said, yo, that's a white boy that when I got jumped, he was with them. You know what I mean? I said, yo, hold up, watch this. Up against the fence. I had him by his throat. Nigga, who was the dudes you was with? Eric was standing right there. And he said boy name. I'm leading to something here. He said boy name. Eric was like, yo, you got into it with him? Y'all gonna think this shit is funny. Because this shit doesn't happen so many times. He's supposed to make it to the NFL. Me, I'm like, huh? He was like, yeah. He said he a star football player in the town. He said that's probably why they was protecting him like that. Boy got so scared, he left the basketball court. He went home. He said, I said, nigga, did you touch me? He was like, nah, yo, I ain't touch you, yo. I ain't touch you. Nigga, you know you hit me, motherfucker. But I let him live. Because I wanted the information that I wanted. Because I wasn't done. I never been jumped before, man. Fuck that. I got to get my back. I got to get my get back. So, boom, right? So Eric was like, yo, I know exactly who this dude is. He said, I know where his parents live. I know where he live at. Me, fuck playing basketball. I said, yo, let's go over there, son. Word to my dead mother and my handicapped son in the house that don't walk. And we want him to walk. He's 14 years old and we want him to walk. That I'm not fucking lying. You understand me? We go to his parents' house. Eric goes, rings the bell. Ding dong. His father comes to the door. He asked for his, because he knew the dude's name. So he asked for him. He was like, here we go again. This is the funny part. He was like, hey, is your son? He said his name. He was like, nah, we waiting to see if he gonna make it to the NFL, if he gonna, cause he's in the draft. I'm like, yo, if I hear this shit one more time, I'm like, who the fuck did I get into it with, man? You know what I'm saying? So so we leave. So me, my psychotic ass, I was like, I appreciate you, E, no doubt. The same night, I swapped cars. I'm laying on the crib. I'm up the block, got a clear view of the house. I wasn't playing like yo. I was on some different type of time because I ain't never been jumped, man. I got a fucking keloid on my fucking back. Phone chain got taken off. Nah, man, fuck that. Somebody got to die. That's all I was thinking about. Somebody got to die. You know what I mean? So no results with that. And I will always go by that crib and shit. But then, so that's year number one. I get jumped, find out, know where his parents live at. He's supposed to be going to the NFL. Fucking bullshit. Now, year number two. Is it year number two? All right, yeah, year number two. Wifey I do my 1-2. Like back then, I was a dog, you know what I'm saying? So I met this chick. Boom. I swear I hope she ain't watching this. But it was so old. This shit is like 20-some years old. So I met this chick, right? I swear to God to you, true story. This shit took 5 years to get boy back. So I met this chick, right? I'm in her basement. And you remember back in the day, you had that Polaroid camera, that shit you go ching, and the fucking picture come out. So I'm being nosy. Down in the basement, I know I'm about to score. She said I'm gonna go upstairs and make us some drinks. Me being me, I'm looking at the collage on the wall. Like, I'm in the suburbs. You hear crazy shit like this. So I'm looking at the collage on the wall, right? Everybody got war stories. This is mine. So I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I see this one picture. I see Shorty that I'm about to bust down. I see a dude in the middle. Got his weight up, but he's short. But he got his weight up. You know what I mean? Brolic like J Cash, you heard? He got his weight up. So boom. I'm like, yo, that's that motherfucker right there. Here's the funny part. She come down the stairs, right? She got the drinks. I took a sip. I'm like, yo, you got some nice pictures on the wall. I swear to God, this shit is diabolical, but it's true. I said, you got some nice pictures on the wall. I said, but who is this right here standing next to you? Is that your ex? She was like, oh no, that's my cousin. He's supposed to make it to the NFL. Yo, I said, yo. I'm like, who in the fuck did I get into it with? Like, I'm like, this is the third time I done heard this shit, or the fourth time that he's supposed to make it to the NFL. I'm like, now I see why They did what they did. You feel me? You gotta respect the game. I see why they jumped me, because they was protecting this bozo, man. You know what I mean? Me being so mad, word to my mother. You know how your soul jump out of you and then jump back in? I was like, fuck these drinks. I want to break this bitch jaw just because share the same blood as this dude. But I don't hit women, so I had to stand down. You feel me? I fucking her and doing her dirty, bust on her face. I ain't even want to touch her. Like, I was disgusted because that's his blood. I wanted to duff her out and give him and make him find me. But I don't hit women, and she innocent. So I was like, you know what, man? I said, yo, I got an emergency. I ain't even hit it, bro. That's how angry I was. Cause that's a part of him. I ain't even smashed, bro. Now, any other gangster, they'd have been like, you know what? I'm gonna do your cousin dirty. I'm gonna put my jaw all in her mouth. I'm gonna bust her eyelid. You know what I'm saying? I was so disgusted because I wanted to break her fucking jaws and then have your cousin come find me. But I said, you know what? I said, yo, I got an emergency, sweetheart. I'm gonna get up with you another time. You know what I mean? She was upset too because she wanted to get dick down. So that's year number 2. Year number 3, still trying to find boys, still pulling up at the crib, just trying to see if I see him. I don't see him. Right? Now we fast forward to year number 4. If anybody's familiar with CT, Hartford, Connecticut got these 2 spots. One is called Wing It, and one is called Papa's. Real good pizza. From every club, everybody migrates to that area. You know, like in your state or wherever, they just got that one spot, 2 spots that everybody goes to from any club they was at, because it's basically another club, because you're going to see everybody. So me and my homie, he had nothing to do with nothing. He didn't know nothing. But ever since that happened to me, I stayed with the 40 on me. You understand me? I had a little secret compartment in my car. I stayed with my shit because listen, man, I wanted to kill Duke for that shit, man. Never been jumped before, man. That I got done dirty. They probably pulling my chain. So we go to Papa's. We in there eating the pizza. Guess who I see, son? I see Boy. I'm like, yeah, nigga. Guess who else I see? The white dude that was with him. I'm looking at him. I'm like, you already know. He like a deer in headlights. I'm like, you already know what's gonna happen to you when I see you again. Now, if anybody's familiar with Papa's, 12 is like 20 feet away, blocking the street. Know what I mean? 12 blocking the street. We standing right there. Boy standing right there with his crew. It's just me and my homie. So now I step to the side with my homie. I say, yo, I don't want to involve you, fam. I know you roll with me, but I said I got a situation that happened a few years back. And I said, Boy standing right there. You heard? And I said, we right. He was like, what you mean we right? I said, nigga, we right. I got an extra clip in the joint. I said, we right. We just got to make it to the car. The car was parked around the corner. So, but me. So now it's a standoff. 12 standing right there. So we wasn't too loud with it. I was like, yo, nigga, you think you did? So I said, yeah, you got me. I said, but what's good now, though? He's still acting tough. Yeah. You ain't know what you was up against. You ain't. I said, yeah, but you needed all these niggas for one person. I said, you a sucker in real life. And where I'm from, I don't know about down here in the A, because I have had issues at the rail yard before, getting into arguments with other truckers. But where I'm from, when you say this in New York, you're going to get shot, stabbed, killed. My cousin Splinter from 354, Whitney Young, they was rolling dice, and dude did some sucker shit, and did some sucker shit, and told my cousin suck my dick. My cousin Splinter popped him. Bam! So where I'm from, when you say SMD, it's something supposed to happen. There's no going back. There's no retracting the statement. When you tell a motherfucker from New York or anywhere up top, suck my dick, you don't invite nobody to the Frank stand. So I told boy right there in front of 12, I was like, nigga, suck my dick, nigga. You ain't gonna do nothing. I said, matter of fact, let's go around the corner because I knew what I had with me. Remember back in the 90s, I shot at my baby mom's step pops. So it ain't nothing to me. I've done it. It's on record that I let the hammer loose. You feel me? So boom. The standoff continues. I said, yo, let's go. Now you got it's getting later and later, right? People leaving. 12 don't leave till the last person leaves. This bitch ass nigga would not leave. I said, yo, let's go around the corner, fam. You got about he at that time he had about 10 niggas with him again. Them niggas would not leave the front of Papa's, man. I told my man, I said, yo, let's go, man. Let's go around the corner. Now I'm waiting in the car. Now, because I had a Caddy CTS. Now, if you're familiar with them CTSs, that middle part, for some reason, you could pop that shit out. Like right under the radio, you could pop it out, and it got it's like a it's like an opening. It wasn't even a built-in stash box, but I made it. Popped the joint out. My man was like, yo, son. I said, yeah, I told you we was right. I just need this nigga to come around the corner. I'm gonna say, yo, I'm gonna do it to him, Duke. I said, yo, they did me dirty. We waited another 30 minutes where we was parked at. We was parked on the, I think on the train side, right? So you had to come past the Papa's block. We look, these motherfuckers still standing in front of Papa's. That's year number 4. Fast forward to year number 5, the victory lap. So one weekend, I got roasted on a Saturday. Now, normally, I would play basketball in his town. You understand me? Because he was from New Britain and I was living in Middletown. So I left New Britain and I moved back to Middletown. But I would always go on a Sunday and play ball in New Britain. Went out, had too much, was tired. I said, man, I ain't playing ball this Sunday. But it was and anybody from Middletown, they know because it's a true story because that shit made the papers the week after because some crazy shit happened, but I wasn't there. But I set it off. So boom, they was having the flag football championship game. It was Middletown versus New Britain, right? So I said, you know what? I want to go check it out because I never watched one. Now it was the perfect setup. You go through this concrete part. You go through a gate about as wide as my man cave, and then it opens up to an old football field, old baseball field, the basketball court. The hoops didn't have no baskets on it. That's where everybody parked at. If you know, you know. I told you every time when J-Caz do something, it's an audience. So, boom. My man Swinger, Rob from Philly. We go. I missed the game. The game just ended. So we talking. I happened to look. I took my fitted hat. The fuck out of here like that. Rob like, yo, what's wrong with you, son? I said, yo, Rob, you better hold me down. I knew you for years. You better hold. He said, I got you, my nigga. What's the problem? I'm like, yo, you see that nigga right there taking his cleats off? I said, that's the ball that had me jump. And I said, he not leaving this park until I get my one. Now I'm getting louder, right? The path right here. If you know, you know. The path is right here. I'm standing right next to the path with Swinger. You heard? I'm getting amped. When boys see me, deal with head, and I'm like this. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I got you now. I'm like, yeah, I'm smiling. Because when I get mad, I smile. When I know I'm about to get busy, I smile. It's crazy. I had that trait. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, like that. His man come up to him. His man looked real quick, and he turned real quick. Here come his baby Mizzles. She come walking past with the baby in the stroller. Rob was like, yo, you ain't gonna. I said, yo, he gonna make that bitch go to the car. I promise you. Word to my dead mother, this is a true story. He says something to her. She comes past mumbling like she's upset. So I don't know what he said to her, but he made her go to the car. The fucking path is right here. Right, I'm standing right. It's a dirt path. You know how you walk on the grass so much it don't be nothing but dirt right there. Over there, is an abandoned baseball field thing. You know the shit when you throw the fucking ball and it don't hit the audience, that fucking fence thing. The fucking grass was up to your damn kneecaps. Why boy not coming up the path? His bitch ass started walking way over there. Me, as he going like this, I'm going like this. Ran down on him. Pong, pong, pong. I'm talking about giving him the beats. Bang, bang, bang. All of a sudden, his man jump on my back. Boop. My homie Sean G. See if it was an audience, so I'm telling the truth. My homie Sean G. It was a piece of broken tree branch. Hit the dude. Bang. But by the time he jumped on my back, now I'm spinning trying to fuck him up. Boy, get up, run to the car. They blocked the entrance, so he couldn't even get out. Me, running, I'm trying to get him. He made it to the car, but at the time I'm trying to get to him, I had slid. Y'all ever watch Starsky and Hutch back in the day? I had slid on somebody's hood, right? Bumped into one of the McDaniel mothers. I forgot. I think it was Trish. I don't know which McDaniel mom it was. I think it was Jazz mom. I said, I'm sorry, Miss McDaniel. I had picked her back up. By the time I did that, bitch ass nigga locked himself in the car. Me, I go up to the car. Bang, I'm punching the window. They're like, yo, JC, chill. I'm like, nah, fuck this nigga had me jump. Boom. Baby mom's crying. Baby in the back crying. Now his homies is like, yo, man, get your mans. He got a baby in the car. I said, I don't give a fuck. Boom. Get out the car. He would not get out the fucking car. You heard? I'm like, yo, this bitch ass nigga, man. You had all that tough Tony shit. So now it's a standoff. It's Middletown. This is when Middletown stood up for me, man. It's Middletown versus New Britain. So now I'm sweating. And I got the 40 cal. I had my Yukon at that time, right in the truck. So if I really wanted to go to that extent, I could have just went like what y'all suckers do now when y'all have a problem. I could have just went to the ultimate. Soon as I seen him, Rob, I don't need you. I could have went. This is what y'all would have did. This is what y'all YNs would have did. Y'all would have went straight to the fucking truck, got the gun, and shot boy. No. J Cash, I want to humiliate you like you did me. I want to put hands and feet on you. Fuck a gun, and I had it with me. So I was good regardless. So boom, now his homies is like, yo, what's wrong with you? I said, yo, this nigga had me jump, nigga. That's what's wrong with me. You know what I mean? And then one of the dudes said, oh, I remember that. I said, oh yeah? That's when I started going to the truck. Because I'm like, now somebody got to die now. So that means you asked, nah. I just heard about it. That's all he kept saying. They're like, yo, JC, don't go to the truck. I gave it away. But ain't nobody called the cops, because if they did, I'd have been cooked. My toast would have been cooked. Cops would have pulled me, went through the car, found the 40 cal. You feel me? But that didn't happen. So now, they was like, yo, I said, yo, go up to your mans. Because they had the shit blocked. Nobody could leave. I said, yo, go to your mans, tell him let's finish this like men in front of everybody, in front of his baby moms and everything. Word to my dead moms. Me being a gentleman and a gangster, dude said he didn't want to fight me, man. Already got my hits off on him. I ain't get my chain back. I ain't get my phone back, but I humiliated him in front of his lady. Because he looked like he was a woman beater any fucking way, the way he treated her that day. So I made him look bad in front of his whiz. You heard? I said, yo, tell him I want the fair one. He got his team. I got my team. We can fight right here. He wanted no parts. So this is where the gentleman comes in. Yo, let him live, man. Let him go. They unblocked the fucking fence, and he went on about his business. So now, look, I go home, right? I'm happy. Like, this shit is crazy. I go home. I bust through the door, all that hangover, that shit went out the window. I'm running through the house. My two daughters like, Daddy, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm running through the house. She come downstairs. Babe, what's wrong? I said, I got him. I got that motherfucker. Took me 5 years to get that motherfucker, man. 5 fucking years, man. And just like, I mean, it wasn't all the hits and the cut in the back, but just like I got humiliated, he got humiliated in front of his lady, in front of his peoples. He was scared to get out the car. I kicked the car. I spit on the car. All that. He would not unlock that. I'm pulling the handle. Damn near broke the handle. I'm shaking the car. He would not get out the car. That was my redemption, man. So the moral of the story is for my youngsters out there, karma. That shit comes back around, bro. The dirt that you give out, it could come right back to you. So all you YNs out here that smoking somebody heels for no reason, you want to shoot somebody, you want to jump somebody, you think that shit is cool to jump somebody, that's not, you don't get no brownie points for 10 on 1. Y'all might think it's cool, y'all might be scrolling through the gram, and all you see is 10 on 1, beating a dude up, you don't get no points. That don't make you no fucking man. Listen to an OG that been through that. It took me 5 years to get boy back. That don't make you a man. That don't make you solid. You a fucking coward. If you got a problem with somebody, you fight them mano y mano. You heard? And that's the moral of J. Cass's story. And that's the truth. So help me God. Took me 5 years. But then I was like, damn, son, why you ain't just fuck his cousin? Like sometimes I think about it, I be like, damn, dog. But I was so mad. You know how you so mad? I wanted to duck. I wanted to duff her out. I'm like, yo, that's his blood. Make him find me. Like 50 said. What he said in that song? And make him find me. Whatever that shit was. But anyways, I'm like, damn, I should have just put my joint all in her mouth. You know what I mean? Did it dirty. But I was like, nah, man. I want him. So, message to you youngsters, man. If you think jumping somebody gives you points, makes you tough, it don't. Because if you look at it, the dynamic is you and your homies on one person. Now, sometimes, in some cases, some people do need to get jumped. Like if it's a pedophile, he raped a little girl, yeah, jump, beat his ass. In the case of Jay Cash, I just knocked the nigga bear over and I tried to fight him fair. And I got jumped. You feel me? And then you know, there you have it. I done ran my mouth for how long? But like I said, it was a long story and I wanted to tell it in its entirety, but it took me 5 years to get boy back. So the moral of the story is karma comes back around, man. What you put out there, that shit is like a boomerang. It come right back to you, man. It just might come back to you in a different way, man. You know what I'm saying? So is somebody in my fucking drive? They sure enough is. Who the fuck is this? Okay, you put it right there, but you can put it right there on the truck. You know what? If y'all Amazon drivers, be easy when you be coming to people's houses. We just that's who it was. And my Caney Corso going crazy. The Roddy in the house. If the Roddy was outside, the bitch probably would have broke the chain. They pull up in the middle of the driveway, and the bozo is beeping the horn. You got a whole SUV sitting right there. You can put the package on top of the hood, take your picture, and get the fuck on. Listen, that's a dangerous job, man, because you could get your toast smoked. You get your toast cooked, man. Like, the dude beeping the horn, his lady get out with the package, he beeping the horn. It's no reason for that. You dumbass, the fucking gate is closed. The dog is locked behind the gate. Common sense. Put the shit down and get the fuck on. Take your picture, put the shit down and get the fuck on. You alarming my house, you blowing the horn. I already know wifey in there like this. Cause she know it. I was raised in the streets. Already put my family up on protocol. You got me right here. You got the drop on me right here. They already getting right. I guarantee you if I go in the house, she already got her shit cocked. Cause the motherfucker beeping the horn in my fucking driveway. I'm standing right here in front of my man cave, door open. I already know they got right. Like, be careful when you come to people's houses, man. Cause down here, it stands your ground. You get your toast cooked. Word to my motherfucking mother. You heard? Motherfucker blowing up the horn, doing sucker shit. You feel me? On an acre of land though, bro. I made it out the trenches. I'm on an acre of land. Remember I told you I had that F-150? Remember I told you I had that Alfa Romeo, that TI joint? You hear my dog, right? Jojo. Know what I mean? Hold up. Let me put this because niggas be thinking I be homicide. What that label say? Look it up. Made in Italy. It wasn't even made over here. You heard? But anyways, this is the gate I'm talking about. The gate is locked. Joe, you see his face, right? Jojo. What's up, Joe? You doing your job? This nigga crazy too, yo. You doing your job, Jojo? Jojo. It's a big boy, man. That motherfucker like 150 pounds. He'll bite a chunk out your ass. Anyways, the gate is locked. Why you blowing up the horn in front of my crib? Like, come on, man. Don't do that, man. Jojo, come here. Say what's up to the camera, man. You ready to eat? Know what I mean? Don't be doing that, man. You gotta have surveillance. You know what I mean? Gotta have surveillance at the crib. Can't play around, man. You got a family to protect, man. You can't get caught slipping out here, man. Gotta have them lights that pop on, you heard? Watch this. Oh, you creeping? Oh, they think they creeping? Watch this. Bong. Oh, gotcha. Hold up. They trying to creep this way? Hold up, hold up. Yo, we about to go. Uh-oh. See that camera, right? Oh, shit, another one. God damn, we can't creep. Gotta have surveillance, man. I treat this shit like I'm in the projects. Word is born. Hammers, dogs, cameras. I like that. Hammers, dogs, cameras. You know what I mean? Play no games, man. Come to the joint, man. Get some hookah, food, drink, and hookah, man. You heard? Man cave separate from the house, man. House over there. I'm over here. Know what I mean? Thanks for tuning in, man. To all the trolls and all the real ones. I just like to share my stories. Y'all might have caught bullets in your life. I rather at least I can say, okay, my war story, my L, I got jumped by 10 people and got sliced in the back. There's a lot of y'all that got hit up, know what I mean? That really got hit up. I'll take the jumping. I'll deal with that. Subscribe to the channel, man. Talking to a real one. I'm out. Y'all be blessed.